My company is Crystal Edge Technology Screens. Got the sun coming out today. I do want to do a demonstration on the outdoor screen paint after it's been through about 2 days of heavy rain outside. So I definitely want to do that. Did I plug my other company? Crystal Edge Technology Screens and the BlackSeriesEdition.com. I gotta start remembering to plug that one. It's the main company we're working on. Anyway, we are looking at professional darker screen paint products. Now, I said professional. We're talking about tested professional products. So for those of you who make these products and you claim that we don't care, we don't want to know, all right? I contacted Goose Screen today. They do have a screen called the Ultra Max, I think it is. It's one of their darker screen paints. It's one of the top screens they have. We're only interested in top screens because if we're going to be out there, we need to know that we basically can topple not only certifies, but also to the professional companies who make these darker screen paint products. This is by a company called Paint On Screens. I told you we had their samples here a long time ago. That's actually not black, that's actually dark gray. So from the conversation that I had over there, they're a nice fellow, by the way. They're gonna be sending us some samples. Just email them to get some samples over here. They feel that their Ultra Max is the darkest right now. It's the darkest product on the market, but they'll see. Right now, we are going to, let's see, let me go to my site. You know, for those of you who feel that, oh, but that all is unnecessary. Look, it depends on how you look at it, all right? And personally, if I'm designing something, I want it to be the best. That's how my head functions. I don't do things halfway. I don't cut corners. I have to be the best. So if I'm engineering something, and if I'm going to say, well, it is the best of the best, then it has to be the best of the best. And if that means that I have to take down every single screen in my path to do so, then so be it. So you can't be going around calling yourself the best of the best, and you haven't even tested. Matter of fact, they haven't even tested Goose Screen yet. No, they haven't. Goose Screen is a couple companies. Knox, we have to contact them. I got some ties in England, so that wouldn't be hard to do. It'd be to contact them, phone, email, whatever got to be done, because I think they have a darker one too. They have a darker screen paint. So those are the only ones we're interested in. I Paint On Screens is another company we also have on the list that we're looking into doing side-by-side tests. Now, for you other ones, you nayers, that's what we call y'all nayers, and y'all dark so-called products, you're gonna have to pass some house paint first. You're gonna have to do some real serious tests. I mean, some real serious freaking tests before we even consider you to be a house paint. I'm sorry, screen paint. My fault, slip of the word there. But it is what it is. Until you can back your products up, because you have no tests under your products. So this stuff over here, these other companies have tests. So this is what we find interesting about their products, but you guys don't have any tests at all. I can name a couple of tests you haven't even done yet. So that's why we put down professional ambient light rejection technology. Let me explain something to real quick about the Frankenstein real quick. That's supposed to be an ambient light rejection paint. You do know that, right? Because it's that dark. Usually darker screens are the ambient light rejection technology. The fact that it's not ambient light rejection is a huge major red flag, because darker screens are equipped with ambient light rejection technology because they can absorb more light. They work much better with that technology than lighter screens. But the fact that you have that product and it's that dark, it's not dark, but it's like charcoal gray, and it doesn't have ambient light rejection technology attached to it, that's pretty bad. That's a huge red flag showing right there that the reason why he doesn't have it there is because, say if you were to take this ring and you put it in a fully lit environment and it has some issues with not being able to push out enough white light and the screen goes dark on you. There you go. So that screen should literally be ambient light rejection, being that dark. But the problem is it doesn't receive white levels all that well. Now, if you want to argue about that, mind, you got a sample sheet downstairs of your product that I found when I was digging through the shop, when I was getting everything cleaned up downstairs, and we found a large sample sheet of the UV in, not the Frankenstein, but the UV down there. And judging by both containers side by side, when I did get the Frankenstein, they look exactly the same. So they're both on the same reaction. So you are missing somewhere between like 40 something tests on that already. So we're not going to put you in that category for the hunt. There's no point. It's a waste of time. Now, these other companies are known. So if I go anywhere, any forum site, and I mention one of those companies, they know who they are. So that's Knox, I think they do know. NOX, that's a DOX, NOX. And Goose Screen, they definitely know. Goose Screen has been around before I was around. But this Ultra Max and claiming to be the darkest screen paint is going to be, it's not going to, I'm not going to say anything. I'm going to leave it at that. I'm not going to say anything. Just going to keep it quiet. All right, I just got some updates real quick. But yeah, we're on the hunt. We've already been through certified screens. We've done it already. Now it's now to go toward these top certified screens. I'm going to be out there and someone's going to say, well, what about so-and-so? So they got this screen called so-and-so. And so we have to really take on that screen and show we can take it out. Not had a conversation with the guy. I did plug my company. Yes, I did. I plugged it right in there. Yeah, well, we have Black Technology over here. Our company is the blackseriesedition.com or Crystal Edge Technology Screens. Because I asked them from the door, I always say, have you ever heard of a black screen paint? And their answer is no. They've never seen one and never heard of one. They've seen somewhat black screens. I've seen these black screens before, and the problem with the black screens is they have to have some kind of, it's something they have to have with these screens to get them to generate white light, because they have a very difficult time accepting white light in fully lit environments. That reflective coating is a nightmare. But anyway, and they've never seen a black screen before. Ooh, this is going to be interesting. All right. We need to go here. We got videos that just uploaded. Or videos in. Oh, we are going to receive many calls on all these different companies, trying to figure out how we figured out how to get a black screen to receive and understand white light on this level. He was claiming that, and I said it before, they use high-powered projectors to do it, to try to extract this white light from the screen or whatever they have in it to extract it. We're at 1,000 lumens and can do it outside. So that's going to be interesting. Let me see what we got going on here. We just did the last two videos for here, so this is done. This page is completed. I know you naysayers want to be a part of that list, but you can't be. As I said before, you haven't even taken on gunmetal technology. There's tons of gunmetal technology out there. What about certified screens? I mean, how many certified screens have you done? How many venue projectors have you done? How many 1,000 lumen projectors have you done? How many demonstrations have you done outside? How many demonstrations have you done on gray versus gray house paint? You haven't done any tests. Your website clearly shows you haven't done anything at all. And those who do have a little bit more information than others, you don't have any way of backing your products, because I have yet to see a demonstration of these items being backed. So, no. If you were to call one of those companies and tell them about that stacking system, they would laugh in your face. They would literally laugh in your face. And they would say, show me. You can't show them because it's not real. So, if you want to test that theory, who the philosopher, call Goose Screen, contact them, tell them about your stacking system. Tell them the same thing you said on the video, say it to them, and then back it up. Because, a customer can sue you for fraud for that. You know that, right? If you can't back up what that screen is designed to do, a customer can take you to court for fraud if you can't back it up. And they're going to have you in court, you're going to have to prove that your screen does exactly what you advertised it to do. That's misleading the customer. It's false advertising. So you have to back that up. So a lot of people think you can just come on camera and just spit out a whole bunch of words. Sound like they're reading from a Star Trek script. And don't have to back it up. No, you have to back it up. If a customer buys that, they do that stacking system. If they decide to break it down and do their own test and it doesn't come up the way it's supposed to, you're going to have problems. And especially if you don't have tests backing that product. Ooh, something's going on coming out. We're going to be outside today. They don't say that in their vocabulary enough. So you got to back it up. Mr. Sun, Mr. Sun, Mr. Golden Sun, please come out and play. Chase all the clouds away. Yep, you're going to have to back it up. Bump, 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 bump. Let me see. We need to go to... Well, this one was straight. Why don't we just use this one? Reality check. We did do this one. We did this one already. I got to get my videos off of here for the ones we just did. Man, that whatchamacallit product is freaking insane. The mapping technology looks really crazy good. Yeah, it's scary. It's like, what planet are you on it? You don't think we gotta back everything up. Literally, that's why we have all these demonstrations. I just saw the videos on here for the mapping. You mean they're not loaded up yet? Gee whiz Louise. Man, this is why I do like to do the videos short and sweet. But those were short and sweet. What do we got here? Do we have them even here? They're right there. Building, and yes, I want to get it done. So first things first, my name is Stanford, my company is IV-VIII Technology Screen, our second company is Black Series. It's literally right there, but they won't allow me to get it in my name here. Here. So right now, I have one more to do for the website. And oh, bummer. I'm going to have to basically wait a while for those to load up, which I don't know why I would have to wait. But I need those videos.
Okay guys, how you doing out there? My name is Kenneth Bird. I'm the creator of Crystal Beach Technology.
So we'll have to wait. I want to put those videos on right away, but I'll have to wait. Ah, man, I'm a busy day today. All right, let me see. Let's go track something down. I'm going to look up dark ambient rejection screen paints. The darkest one they said they have is, I've seen the Ultramax, so I'm just going to leave that one alone. Where is, we need dark or black. That's only going to bring us up. I'm logging up. That's going to bring us up only us. Light rejection. We got paint on screens. Now this is paint on screen sample right here. There's samples they have on a piece of drywall. So we have their here. We have their darkest screen here. Yeah, we have paint on screens. This is the same sample we have here. This is a 268 a gallon. See, the problem here, you can't say, if it's black, it's black. But which one is it? It says it's black here, but in the description, it says right here that is deep gray black. There is no such thing as a deep gray black. Either you're black or you're not. That's all to it. That's how it works. There's just no in between. And this is what we have here. We have their sample sheet right here. We'll actually sample on a piece of drywall right here. So there is no such thing as a deep gray black. No, it's either black or gray. Which one is it? And it's saying 2. This is what we ordered. So this won't match our screens because our screens are coming up. Our screens are black. But the product's name is black. Right there. See, that's what I mean by information that needs to be a little bit clearer on this. Which I don't understand. You have it right here where it says the the name of it is black. But down here it says the color is gray black. If that screen has an ounce of gray in it, it's going to have a problem against our screen because our screen is 100% black, which means if your screen has an ounce of gray in that screen, you're gonna wash it on the screen. Automatically you'll wash out. We'll blend into all your colors with no problem. We'll blend into your white levels, but when it comes to full 100% contrast, what these screens are engineered to do, you will fail because our screen is black. So we don't need to, we have them right here. So this is their sample sheet, and this is how they do and have marked on the sample sheet as black. See, our technology is black. Our technology is not gray. It's black, which means this looks dark. If you look at it in the video, when you stare at it, it looks black, doesn't it? This isn't black, this is gray. So if I stick you against a black screen, your color will pop up. You're gray. This is how I know. It's easy to tell. That's why I say you gotta be careful, because you got some screens out there that are posing to be black, and maybe they think they're black. I don't know. Maybe they think their screen is black. I don't know. But that's not black. That's gray. Now, Taco screen is not, Taco screen is dark. He has dark gunmetal. His screen's not black. He has a gunmetal screen. The best gunmetal screen that you can have is a screen that's black. That's actually gray. This is laying against Taco screen. See how that comes in a little bit closer? Hey buddy, a little bit closer to it, but again, we have a darker gunmetal. This is gunmetal right here. That's Taco screen. That's gunmetal. But this is not black because, again, if we lay it against a black screen, it's going to come up gray. This is black. That's gray. So that wouldn't be the pickup next to that screen. The bragging points for this screen is it picks up a heavy contrast level. It's not going to be the pass our screens because our screens are black. So that wouldn't pick up. And you get a picture of that too. What's the coverage on this? 170-inch screen. So for them, a gallon is a 170-inch screen. Or having, how is it? 100? No, it's 170 square feet. So how big is the actual screen that you're coating? Taco, you're right near my stand. You need to move away from that. Thank you. You have no business being next to my stand. I need you to bump it, knock over my phone. It really doesn't give you a size screen you're actually painting in. It doesn't say that. But I know that's the darkest screen right there. So we have that already here. Let me see. Let me go check out any other companies. Oh, that's us. That's us. There's Knox. Let's go pop over and see what dark screen they got. I'll contact them and put an order in. We just knock them in all in one hit, just be done. I don't really feel like doing it long and lengthy. Just go up there and do back up our demonstrations, put our products up and be done. Let me see. What's the darkest screen they have? Dark Abyss. Dark gray paint. That's not going to work. That's not going to pass on one of our screens. Onyx and ultra dark black paint. Screen paint, ultra contrast. What you jumping around for? Why are you jumping so jumpy? So we only got two. We got one called Onyx. What's the Onyx look like? All in the dark. You gotta pick us up doing that demonstration. Why are we in the dark 24/7? Get out of the dark. Get out. Does it say anything about ambient light rejection technology in here? Let me see. The darker screen should have that ambient light rejection. Let's see. Dark contrast is a dark gray. Well, that's not going to pass our screen. It needs to be black. Ultra dark. Ultra dark would be something like, okay, so this is the color right here. How would that be Dark Abyss? That's too light. Dark gray paint. Why people don't even... Oh, I'm not even gonna go down this road. Look at this. So this right here, I'm not trying to rank on the site or anything, but that is not dark gray. That is really not dark gray. That is not dark gray. This, on the other hand, is dark gray. And that's not going to surpass those screens because those screens are physically black screens. And there's no pictures. Why would I be? There's no pictures. We got any pictures on this? Any videos? I guess we're in the shop. All right. Where is, this is the darkest one. So this is the onyx. This is border. So I thought for a minute, at one point, I thought that was their paint right there, but that's border paint. That's so you can paint a border around your frame, your screen. So that's not a paint. This would be it right here. This is the darkest they have right there. That's not going to pass our screen. That is no way in the world that's ever going to pass our screen. That is way, that's gray. That's not black. We got any pictures and videos of this? We gotta probably hunt it down on YouTube. In the dark. Any other videos, anything on here? This is it. This is basically it. That's it. We don't have anything else on here. Screen gain is 1.4. Well, I don't know why it's sitting in the dark. Ultra ambient rejection effect. This is the stuff that drives me a little nuts here. If it's supposed to be an ambient light rejection technology, why are the environments so freaking dark? I can't even see the floor in here. I swear it's kind of like they've been following somebody else's demonstrations or something. I don't know. This is considered to be professional projection screen paint. Why is the environment so dark? This is supposed to be an ambient light projection technology. It's supposed to be in a fully lit environment when you fire these things off. And at that, he has a short throw. He's sitting literally right up on top of the screen. This is not even worth one time ordering it. The screen's freaking gray. It's not going to pass the black screen. That's the problem. It's never going to pass it. All right, that's good to know. Yeah, that's the color right there. See that color? Man, it's not going to pass. I'm going to wipe the market. That's what the guy wasn't joking. He sat there and said, man, if you figured out, the guy from Projector Center, you figured out how to get a black screen to produce inside, outside, just about anything, to produce and see white light, you have a dominant screen. There's nothing that's going to be to stand against us. Right now, as I'm seeing, we got, the only screen we have left is Goose Screen. That's not where we got paint on screen over here. And again, this is to say it's black. That's not black. That's gray. I told you, if your screen comes up, this is what I have in the thumbnail. And the thumbnail looks black, doesn't it? Nah. You stick it against our screen, your true colors will pop up. Yeah. So we don't have all the certified screens we have already. We have all the certified screens. And the only 2-3 companies I could find that basically that it's not competition for us. They don't have enough videos, they don't have enough pictures, demonstrations are in the dark. So Knox is definitely off the list. That would not be worth my time because again, there's no real demonstrations. This is supposed to be the Onyx 4, right? Let's track her down. Let's find a video on this. Let's see how this comes out. This is supposed to be a Knox screen paint, high contrast, ambient light rejection. And why would you be in the dark? That doesn't make any sense. See, this is the stuff that causes me to go into freaking rants. You're testing an ambient light rejection screen paint and you're doing this in the dark. How does that even work? That's like the same thing as saying that, oh, we have a projection screen, it's ambient light projection, but it has to be in an ambient light controlled environment. That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my entire life. We just making this stuff as we go along? Come on, are you freaking kidding me? That is the dumbest thing. I've got to call these people up. I got to pick their brain on this one. This is just, this is unbelievable. High contrast paint, semi, ambient light rejection in the dark test. You don't need to test an ambient light rejection in the dark. That's, I swear. Might as well just go here. I'm gonna keep this under wraps, man.
While Wayfair is installing your new refrigerator and hauling away your old one, you're binging the latest true.
You see that reflection coming off the floor? That shows you how dark the environment is. If that area was fully lit, you would never see that reflection on the floor. It wouldn't even be there. Good gracious, unbelievable. Oh, done. How would you type? This is not an ambient light rejection test. Even certified screens don't even do this one at the end of the day. In an ambient light rejection test, basically, you have to be to maintain the same color as if the screen was in a dark environment without the screen washing out or fading. Some of these people on YouTube make this mistake so many times. I've seen screens so badly washed out that you barely couldn't make out the engine image. It had this tannish look to it, and lines running across it, and colors are all washed out and faded. And you go, look, it's ambient light rejection. You can see the image. Because you can see the image does not make it good. It has to look clean. Corner to corner, it must look sharp. Can't have the image washed out, and just because you can make it out doesn't mean it works. It means it's a complete fail. So you have to consider the fact, like, hey, at the end of the day, you're going against TVs. That's what your main competition is going to be a TV. So how are you going to convince a customer who basically can just go buy a TV versus your product? How do you basically convince that? And the first thing he's going to say is, from the stereotype of projection screens, is I don't want to be stuck in a dark environment. I don't want to spend the money for an expensive machine to fix that mess. And I don't want to calibrate and blah, blah, blah. This is what you're going to hear on the phone. You have to be to show a demonstration of your screen being used in a fully lit environment, just like a TV would be used. Because now you don't have to worry about, you can back up your technology being ambient light projection, using it on cheaper projectors. It doesn't cost a lot of money to run it. Doesn't have to run off of a particular special screen for ultra short throw. Customer doesn't have to calibrate. And number one, doesn't have to go through painful instructions, because instructions will make and break your product from the door. But what is the point of this? Because the point at the end of the day is, that means if I'm running this screen and this is an ambient light rejection test and there's no lights in the environment, that means you can literally never turn lights on in there, because if this is the ambient light rejection test, good God, how bad the screen would look if you actually turned the lights on. This is an ambient light rejection test in the dark. So you can't have lights on in here, because the screen would completely watch out. The whole purpose of ambient light rejection technology is so that you can show images in a fully lit environment without the image deteriorating. Good gracious, where in the world are people getting their information from? Are they giving out free information in Cracker Jack boxes or something? Because that is the dumbest thing I've ever seen in my life. Well, I've seen some other dumb stuff. I can't put that. I've actually seen one much higher than that one. But still, that is not an ambient light rejection test. Boy, we're just using that word ambient light rejection just loosely, aren't we? We're not really putting a meaning behind it anymore. We just got one light bulb in the corner, ambient light rejection test. Got a candle downstairs in the basement, it's ambient light rejection. No, 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 no. Oh, I can't wait till we get off the leash, boy. I'm going to crush you guys like there is no freaking tomorrow. This is just too freaking easy. This is a cakewalk. It's an absolute cakewalk. It's an absolute cakewalk. It's just wrong. They're not doing it right. People have sit there and say, oh, but you don't know what you're talking about. Go to my website, check out my demonstrations. You will see what I'm talking about. This is not done right. Ambient light projection test. This is an insult to what I do in the day. My goodness. Ambient light projection. There's a crazy. Did he turn the lights on anytime in the entire demonstration? No. The lights are off on the whole entire demonstration. Good gracious. We just don't really back anything up anymore, do we? We just basically just say stuff on camera and voila. We should make a Lucky Charms paint. That's what we're gonna do. If you guarantee to buy this paint, you will basically get like 10 strikes of good luck for this paint. So people are just, ugh. I know any form site would stare at this and go, no, it's not going to happen. Oh man, let's go over here and let's grab something else. We got to find something else. You got one of the lights on. I need a lights on demonstration. Let me find a light here. Ultra short throw projection screen paint mix update is finally finished. Any test? Probably no test. Test for some people is sticking a projector against the screen and saying, oh, it works. If you have how many different levels of tests, you're going to have to run that product in different forms of projectors. You're going to have to run it off in different certified screen, everything. You're going to have to run it off everything. But actually, a lot more better light than most of the demonstrations I've seen so far. Much better than that other environment. Oh, this screen right here. I forgot. We got to order the Digistorm sample sheets. We got to get them over here. Keep them together. Don't scream. Do not scream. Why are you showing a contrast level on the gray screen that's not picking up? That's not black. Really, that's not black. I need a giant fly tapper. A giant electrical fly tapper. So I've seen people doing stuff like this. I can just smack you in the face with this giant fly tapper. That's not even a black level. Oh my goodness. I can't take this. I can't do this. This is just too much. Look at that. Look at that. You see, I used to always think that Gordon Ramsay was a jerk because, he yelled at people all day long. But this man really loves his job. He's very passionate about what he does. And it freaking ticks him off when he sees people taking the art that he loves and turning it into this freaking muddy nonsense. That is not contrast. I know that demonstration. I've done that demonstration dozens of times. That background is supposed to be black. That Coca-Cola there was supposed to be bright red, and the whites are supposed to push through. It's supposed to make you want to go out and get a Coca-Cola. Not go out and take a straw and stick it into the neighborhood's pool and just drink into your heart's content. That is not contrast. That's a final finished product? No. Come on. Final finish update. That is so washed out, it's not even funny. And that's supposed to show it's a contrast level. This is why it's going it's going to take, I'm not laughing at him. I'm laughing at if I ever go to one of those conventions, it's going to take everything I got to keep from losing my temper in that place. It's going to take a lot. I may have to go in drunk. I don't drink, but I may have to drink that day. Because I know I'm going to see some dumb stuff in there. That's not contrast. And at that, he's on an ultra short. He's on a short throw projector. It's on a short throw projector, ultra short throw. Let me see. Bow down his projector real quick. See what he just showed off. Yeah, that's the same projector I use in my demonstrations. That is an NEC projector, the ones we use in here. That projector has what's the contrast? I think 2000 to 1 or 3000 to 1 contrast on that projector. That's not black. That's gray. Screen's coming up gray. My monitor right now that we're displaying is black. This is gray. As a matter of fact, if you look over here, there's a book bag right over here that's black. Doesn't match the screen. You see those letters over here that say open that are in black? That doesn't even match the screen. That is a gray screen. That's gray. That's definitely gray. Why does this video look familiar? I find it interesting that people copy my demonstrations, but I'm sorry, but that's gray. That's definitely gray. That's not contrast at all. You're not picking up anything, buddy. Sorry. And, oh, man. I mean, they're doing the exact same thing we did 9 years back. We thought a gray screen was reducing a contrast level. You put some gunmetals up there, you'll find out whether or not you're seeing contrast or not. Because a gunmetal can pick it up, a heavy contrast level. So what people don't understand when they do these demonstrations at the wall, if the wall is a lighter gray, if your screen is slightly darker than the wall you're displaying it off, your contrast levels are going to come up a tad darker, but your white levels are going to drop a little bit. It's a balance between hate and beloved and hate, or whatever you want to call it. But that's what happens. So this isn't really showing any kind of it's not showing anything at all, period. There's so many tests. There's supposed to be a color pattern test, a white level test, a contrast test, what you was trying to do, but he needs a solid contrast level. You need certified screens. You're gonna need more than one other projector up there to do that demonstration. Even at a distance throw at 1,000 lumens, you need to know how far your projector has to sit back and how much light, and this is still gonna be to maintain an image at a distance throw, which means at 1,000 lumens, keeping it at the bare minimum means that you have to have 1,000 lumens going to travel 25 to 15 feet, 17 feet, and nail a screen in a fully lit environment. You will not end with 1,000 lumens. That's why we use the lower lumen projectors for distance throw, because the sacrifice is greater. If I drop it in at 5,200 lumens, do you have any idea how much power I got running from one end to the next? I got plenty of lumens to spare. By the time it hits the screen, I'm good. At 1,000 lumens, you don't have it anymore. You have barely enough lumens to make it from A to B. You'll be lucky if you probably land that screen at 200 lumens at that distance, and you're still going to have to maintain the image over a certified screen or different samples of the comparison. You're going to have to pull a much better image than the other screens. The problem he's going to have with that, if we lay that against our black screen, everybody can come take that screen, pull the contrast level, and turn that thing into a white sheet of paper. I showed you yesterday. I can take a 1,000 lumen projector, stick it right next to a 5,000 lumen projector, take a gray screen and a white screen, and a gray screen and a white screen, and that 1,000 lumen projector will still be able to maintain its contrast, color, and white levels, and still be able to maintain its brightness next to a $5,000 lumen monster at the end of the day at 1,000 lumens. That's what you're going to have to be to show off. Now, I'll give him that he does have light in the environment, much better than what I've seen in other demonstrations. He does have a lot of light. But then again, you're using an ultra short throw. And an ultra short throw projector, there's no distance throw there. Where is the heavier contrast levels in here? Now, you see how the white levels just failed? See how this looks really, really gray and dingy, where this looks bright white? On our technology, we can pick up a bright white image next to a white surface. We don't come up dingy and gray. Just because there is black paint in this. That's the first thing I see. That's what I know how the product's made. There's black paint in there. This black paint would give off this reaction. The more black paint you put in it, the reaction between the white screen is going to get more and more dingier. Now you see how the screen pulls a little bit slightly darker image because he's in the dark. Ta-da! Who does that a lot? There you go. I do give him credit. At least his environment is a little bit well lit. Let me see something for a minute. Hold on for a minute.
1,000 lumens or more for these screens. The pure light. I recommend 2,000 lumens or more for these screens.
2,000 lumens. 2,000 lumens. I don't know where you guys are getting 2,000 lumens. Jamie has 2,000 lumens in his description. What the freak is 2,000 lumens? 2,000 lumens isn't jack. That's not no real drop in ambient light. It's 1,000 lumens on the other hand. Yeah, that's where you want to pinpoint at. Because projectors, you're talking about customers have projectors of some of the Bravo projectors can be 900. So you're talking about anywhere from 1,000, 1,100, 1,200. 1,500 lumen projectors, 1,600 lumen projectors, 1,800 lumens. You just skipped an entire line of projectors just by basically saying, you know what, we'll start at 2,000. 2,000 is a safe point. That's what we consider that to be. That's a safety point. Because anything below that, it's going to give your screen some complications. Should be 1,000 lumens. Right here, this is what I'm staring at. Right there, half of this is dark right here. Right in here, right over top, the top. See where the projector's overlapping? See where the wood is darker here? It's like they didn't finish painting it. They're still working on this room. So it's a little darker there. But it's actually producing the same image here that it's producing there.
Going crazy in there. Look at the skin tones.
No, skin tones are not, buddy. I mean, it's not, he could improve it and make it better, a lot better, but he'll have to figure out how to get the white light to push through because it's coming up dirty. But it's not the dark technology we're looking for. I just came across this and saw this and found it interesting because literally he had more lights on than most of the demonstrations I just saw basically on high-end screens. Yeah, much better than what I'm used to seeing with most people. Most people don't have that kind of lighting. He's already had more lighting than the rest of them, but the only problem is, sorry about that. His white levels are way too low. He's not picking up a 100% contrast. Screen is definitely not picking it up. And a color pattern test, any gunmetal screen would be to dominate that screen with no problem. As a matter of fact, he's going to have to do a test on his product versus other great paints to see how close he comes to matching one of those two. He's going to have to go through that. But still, not bad. Let me see. And notice he was in more light than Crow. Interesting. Not even on a freaking expensive projector of that either. So I got to give him points on that one. He wasn't sticking in that dark environment. What else do we have here? Oh, that's us. Gee whiz, that's way back. Okay, how we doing out there? First things first, my name is Kenneth Bird. I'm the creator of Luminous 4K screen paint using ambient light projection technology gain That would be awesome.
times 8. Now, I know we got a review being reviewed about us. Someone has actually decided to crack open their Pandora's box.
Yeah, that's when somebody didn't learn, had to learn the hard way that day. Yeah, he definitely learned the hard way that day. We made his products so many times on camera, it's not even funny. I told you it's black and white paint. Right, y'all figure that one out. That's the white level on our technology right there. Woo! Beautiful, ain't it? Boom, 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 boom. Okay, we're getting off track here. We gotta be doing tracking stuff down today. I gotta find, oh my goodness. Oh, we're gonna lose it. I'm gonna definitely lose my temper. What the freak is this over here?
The economy is tanking. Crime is soaring.
Not really. And if that was the case, that's not that bad. It's crazy.
What did Mehmet Oz do when the Supreme
I love it how they take those smear campaigns and they just make it way out of proportion. Like really, there's Gundams in the street. There's absolute chaos and war. Yeah, right.
There's enough for everyone.
Dr. Oz knows we succeed as
Oh, good gracious! Wasn't he on a TV show? Can
Mark,
anybody
in
want?
this video,
Okay,
I just
well.
want to give you guys a quick look at probably one of the best value for money projector screens on the market right now, which comes from a company called Silver Ticket. And this one in particular is in their
I painted over
matte
Silver
gray
Ticket's
material
lots of them.
finish. This is probably one of the most versatile and best bang for your buck screens you're going to find in the projector world. I know a lot of people are wanting to put the most money into their projectors and not really pay an arm and a leg for a screen when you can simply use a wall, but it really does make a difference in image quality, and these ones cost far from an arm and a leg, or far from what
Oh,
the
you're gonna
projector
snap.
screen would cost. You can see actually in my setup here, it's a little non-conventional. It's not actually hanging on the wall, but it's wedged kind of like a piece of art or a big painting there, and it just sits on some foam pads up at the top. So to do this, you need actually a pretty rigid screen, and this one fits.
That screen ain't picking up for jack. It's not going to pick up jack at all, period. I mean, nothing. It's not going to pick up contrast. It's not going to pick up color. It's not going to pick up nothing. It's too light. There's no way in the world. That screen is going to have ambient light projection technology. We know. We buy Silver Ticket screens. I just paint over top of them because our technology just works a lot better. But you'll see. You'll find out. I don't know how people consider this to be actually a picture. Oh, please, let's just fire this up.
Now, for you guys to see, and you can see that even in this horrific conditions,
That is so freaking bad. Oh my goodness. So this is what it's sad. I see so much of this because we can see the screen. It's considered to be accepted. That's horrible. I'd just rather go buy a TV. Honestly, if I didn't do this for a living, I just would have bought a TV. I'd have took that thing right back to the store, projector, all that right back to the store, and bought myself a TV. That is horrible. Look at this.
sports or soccer, it's more than watchable. And even regular TV or videos like this by Sam Colder, again, perfectly watchable, even in broad daylight, which is asking a lot. In case you're wondering, this is a 2400 lumen projector in eco.
Are you freaking kidding me? He's using a 2400 lumen projector. It doesn't make a difference if it's in eco mode. It's 2400 lumens. He's not even that far from the screen. At 2400 lumens, and that screen is that barely washed out. Oh, my cell phone would pick up a better image than that. That's just absolutely horrible. At 2400 lumens.
Mode, the Epson 5030 UV. So far from a light Canon.
Can you see the blue? Can you see anything what this is? I'm sorry, people, but this is what people can. Oh, we're gonna make so much money. It's not even funny. This is gonna be so easy. You have no idea how easy this is gonna be. This is the normal. This is the actual normal. Now, even when I talk to Gooseman, they never even heard of black technology. They don't even know it actually exists. Boy, it's gonna be a serious wake-up call for a lot of people. This is going to ruffle some feathers big time. That is considered to be normal. This is going to put some companies. This is going to actually cause some problems for a lot of companies. It's going to be a problem. And you're telling me They would have to partnership with us. This is the only way. They have to partnership, but they don't have a choice because, again, our technology alone would be the level that would no problem. I know I painted over dozens of their screens, so I know for a fact I buy silver ticket screens. I like silver ticket screens because, again, they are affordable. They're extremely easy to put together. They have that whole rail peg system, which is freaking fantastic. Love that. I only buy, if I'm doing 235.1s, I only buy from them and them only because their screens are very affordable. 235.1s coming from Elite are too expensive. I don't buy those. But from Silver Ticket, any screen I see in 235.1 is from them. So I do like their screens. Coding their screens are extremely easy. But that right there, people, I'm sorry. You're going to tell me at the end of the day that washed out image on a 2400 is a full 1080p projector looks like that?
But as you can see, broad daylight, these things are able to hold their own. So I'll put the links to these.
This right here. That's how your screen's supposed to look. My projector sits back 19 feet back. It's 1080p, it's 720, 600 by 800, 720p res. It's a $150 projector. This guy's not even near a window. My screen's 127 inch customized 1610. It's huge. And it actually hangs from the ceiling. And as you can see, I can pull a 100% black level where it looks like an OLED TV hanging off my ceiling. That's how your screen is supposed to look. He's 2400 lumens. Full 1080p projector, I know that. The Crystal Edge technology alone is already contracted for companies. It's being engineered. We're redeveloping the company through contracts for doing major, like I'm talking about when they do apartment complexes, people can buy, companies will be to buy 10 gallons and 20 gallons of that technology to coat it in bulk. We've been doing drop shipment on the Crystal Edge. We're going to turn that into a supply chain for basically for large company applications, where the other technology we have under the Black Series is going to be developed for our customers. Would y'all consider that to be normal? This is what we call normal. Oh my goodness, I swear I really do. I do. No colors, nothing there. Screen is just completely washed out on every level whatsoever, and that's supposed to be normal. People, it's a shame because people think at the end of the day that that's acceptable, and I'm here to tell you, no, people, that is a lie. It's not supposed to look that way. Do you have any idea how powerful your projector you have sitting right in front of you, even if you have a 2012 model, you know how powerful that machine is? You will never see it. Never. He has all that power. I just know what that projector is. I had one of those. All that power in that machine, and that's the best he can get out of it? Wow. That's just downright crying shame. It's not even pulling a contrast level off that thing. That is really bad. It's never, ever supposed to look that way. Never. You should never accept that. Never accept that. You spend all that money. That projector did nothing. It's completely useless on that screen. Sorry, Silver Ticket, but that's how I feel. That's what I'm seeing right there. Compared to our technology, and we code over that screen, it will look, he can hang that off. He coded over with our technology. He can hang that thing up, have the windows on. He wouldn't even need that projector he got behind him. 1,000 lumens is all you're going to need. That's it. You would have saved a ton of money on your projector at the end of the day. That's what is considered to be in the home theater projection world as a decent image. Now you see why Mr. Bird freaking snaps on camera like, what the freak is that? That's not even a freaking picture at the end of the day. Look how washed out it is. He's sitting on camera talking about, look how acceptable the image is. This is absolutely an amazing, that's not an amazing image. Are you kidding me? If my technology splashed across that screen, I guarantee you, you'd be sitting there with a box of tennis, you'd be crying for hours looking at how amazing that screen is going to look at the end of the day. And when I'm done this demonstration, it's around 12 or whatever, I'm going downstairs and watch Dennis the Menace on the same screen I just explained, show you, and a bare windows while I eat a sandwich. Heck, if I want to, I can display off the ceiling downstairs, watch a football game with the lights on in the middle of the ceiling. Oh, this is the guy right here. I told you we tested his product. Did I tell you? We tested his product against Crow's product. He beat Crow's paint. This is a guy called Pro HD Screens, which when I hit that big plateau, I will take him with me. Yeah, I'm definitely taking him with me. I'm definitely going to take him with me. I liked his product. His product did extremely good. And it beat the crap out of Crow's product too, and it's far cheaper and far less. I'm gonna show him how to advance that product and hook him up with my connections.
Okay, how are we doing out there? First things first, my name is Kenneth Bird. I'm the creator of Illuminous.
This is how your screen's supposed to react.
Projection. Technology game times 4 and 5. Tomorrow I'm taking the day off, just to let you know, but today I still gotta work. So I'm going to be showing you something pretty cool now. Keep in mind, we've done this demonstration outside.
Now, Partey, sorry to bring you up on this. You see the condensed lighting on my screen? You see how my screen's not stuck under a lip somewhere where the light is bypassing my screen? You see that condensed lighting making contact with my screen at all time next to a window? But that's not the shocking part, my man. I got a screen outside having fun with it.
It's never going to be done. Never, ever going to be done. Because that screen would not show up outside.
I'm an expert in ambient projection technology. And Jamie, that's your product that I have laying against your screen, my screen outside.
Now inside, with the lights out, it got a bit of a fighting chance. But outside, no, it's not going to pull up.
I'm done. I told you, gentlemen, if I want to embarrass you, I could go back to demonstrations from my past if I want to. But like I said, that is the normal. That is supposed to be the normal. Really? That's really bad. Man, I'm going to tell you something. I can't get my camera to zoom back down again, but we're done here. That is not normal, people. For your image to wash out that bad is not normal. That is absolutely horrible that your image is looking like that. Absolutely horrible. And it should never look that way at all, period. Okay, well, let me get out of here. I can't bring the camera down. But as I said before, we'll have our showroom set up. I can't wait to make me a couple of showrooms. I'm actually going to get a showroom in California. Yes, sir. Actually, one on the Crystal Edge Technology screens and another one on the Black Series. All right, hope you enjoyed. We got, from anything I can see right now, the only company is Knox. I'm definitely going to be giving them a call. But as for Goose Screen, yeah, Goose Screen's technology is good. I mean, like I said, I'm not saying none of the products are this, that, and the other, but to claim that the Ultramax is the blackest screen, he said we'll do a side-by-side and see. We will do a side-by-side and see. Very nice fellow, by the way. Thank you so much. I appreciate the time that you gave me. I do appreciate that. But yes, we'll do a side-by-side and we'll see Goose Screens, Ultramax contrast screen versus the Black Series limited edition. Let's see what happens. All right, gotta go and God bless.